Hello, this is Cathy Cassidy, and I'm here to read you chapter 20 from SUNDAE Girls. So I'll just show you the illustration at the top of the chapter. Today it's an ice cream sundae. So let's get going and find out what that might actually mean. Giovanni still isn't answering Mum's calls. I'm worried about him, she says. Perhaps he's lost his phone or broken it or something. I've left him lots of messages, but now when I call it just says the number is unobtainable. A shrug. Maybe he's lost his phone, maybe he's leaving it switched off, or maybe he's just blocked Mum's number so his mobile won't accept her calls. We're at the kitchen table, Mum sipping black coffee and painting her nails, me struggling through history homework. Grandad and Toto are huddled in the living room, watching some prehistoric black and white film. I just want to tell him how grateful I am for everything he did the other day, Mum is saying. It gave me a real scare, Jude. It was the most humiliating and horrible experience. The more I tried to tell them they were making a mistake, the worse it got. You can't imagine it. Really, you can't. I can. Really, I can. And Giovanni rescued me, Mum goes on. I was tired and upset and angry, and perhaps I wasn't as grateful as I should have been. You threw a shoe at him, I point out. Did I? Mum asks. Well, he can be such a nag, always telling me what to do, how to live my life. But I know all that is just because he loves me, Jude. It's because he cares. Right, I say carefully, keeping my head bent low over my homework. I bet Queen Elizabeth I didn't have all this trouble with her family. Of course, they were all dead or locked up in the Tower of London, so perhaps that's why. So I like a drink, Mum says sadly. So do lots of people. What's wrong with that? It's not good to overdo it, I say carefully. No, of course not, Mum agrees, and I have been overdoing it, I can see that. I know you've all been worried about me, but there's really no need. I've got my act together now, haven't I? I'm making a fresh start, I promise. No more late nights, no more ciggies, no more drink. I look up, eyes wide. You're giving up? Completely, I ask, heart thumping. I said so, didn't I? It's not like I have a problem, not really. I just like the stuff, that's all. I can give it up if I want to. You could go to those AA meetings for help and support, I suggest. You said that helped last time. Mum shakes her head. I just said that to please Giovanni, she explains. AA meetings are not for me. I mean, Alcoholics Anonymous? Well, I'm not an alcoholic, am I? I can't meet her eyes. I don't know, I whisper. Oh, Jude, of course I'm not, Mum laughs, and the way she says it, I can almost believe her. I decided to give up and I've done it. I don't need doctors or counsellors or anyone else to tell me what to do. I'm doing it for me. Me and you, Jude. I'm grinning all over my face and my eyes mist with tears. What does it matter which label you stick on a problem? It's fixing it that counts. It's going to be all right. I know it is. I've changed, Jude, Mum tells me. I'm going to be a much better mum, truly. And I want Giovanni to know I've changed. I've listened to his advice, taken control of my life. I just want him to know that. I want him to be proud of me. He will be, I argue. I hope that's true. Mum grins, draining her coffee. So come on, she tells me. Let's go and tell him. He works evenings at the restaurant. I bet he could take a night off to take his two favourite girls out for a pizza. Come on. We're laughing like a couple of kids, grabbing our coats, shouting goodbye to Gran and Grandad, tumbling out onto the pavement. Mum links my arm and strides along so fast I'm half running, trying to keep up. He's okay, Giovanni, she tells me. He doesn't have much of a head for business, but he's kind. Sometimes, Jude, all you want in life is someone who's there for you, someone who cares. I care, I reply. Of course you do, Mum laughs. I know that. Your Grandad and Gran care too, but that's because you have to, isn't it? You're my daughter. They're my parents. You're supposed to care. I don't love my mum because I'm supposed to. I love her because she's crazy and quirky and caring and fun. And that somehow balances out the bad stuff. I love her because I can't help it. She's a part of me and she always will be. I try to tell her this, but she's not listening. Boyfriends are different, she tells me. You'll understand when you're older. They look at you and they see something special. And even though they don't know you, not really, they want to. That kind of love is special. It's like an unexpected gift, a parcel left on the doorstep in the middle of the night when it's not your birthday or Christmas or anything. I think about Carter and I smile into the darkness. Of course, Mum is saying, it's not always forever. Sometimes men let you down. Your dad did and Tom did. Giovanni, though, he is different. He won't let me down. I remember Giovanni's serious face, the things he said, the day he dropped Mum home from the police station. A needle of doubt pierces my happiness. We'd be a good team, Giovanni and I, Mum rushes on. He's wasted with that silly ice cream van, and I'm not going to throw my life away doing shampoo and sets for little old ladies in Sue's dreary old salon. No, Giovanni and I could go into business together, open an Italian ice cream parlour. The image is so enticing it chases away my anxieties. I could make banana splits, I suggest. And Knickerbocker glories, Mum adds. We'd have decadent ice cream sundaes in tall cut glass dishes and low-fat frozen yogurts piled high with fresh fruit. Oh, it could be the new trend. They have chains of coffee bars, soup bars, juice bars. Why not this? Why not? We're still laughing when we burst in through the front door of Mario's Italian restaurant, and our voices seem too loud, too raucous, above the soft music. Diners look up at us across the candlelit tables, wondering what the commotion is, and a white-shirted waiter glides towards us quickly, his face disapproving. We have no tables free, madame, I am sorry, he says, but Mum tells him we're not here to eat, we just want to see Giovanni. Can we just go through? The waiter says it's not really permitted to speak to staff while they're on duty, but Mum laughs and strides past him, pulling me along behind. When we walk through the swing door into the kitchen, things get even frostier. What the hell? The chef wants to know. But Giovanni rushes forward, full of apologies. 5 minutes, he appeals, and the chef nods tightly, his face like thunder. Giovanni herds us through the tiny scullery and out into the back of the kitchen, where he washes the pans and loads the dishwasher, and then onwards into a small yard lit only by a pool of light from inside. Rosa! What are you doing here? He demands. I'm working. You will get me into trouble. I thought you could take the night off and take us out for a meal, Mum falters. I wanted to thank you for the other day. Rosa, no, he says, exasperated. I can see he's angry, not amused, and I know he has not changed his mind about Mum. I didn't tell her, I whisper to him. I couldn't. No, Jude, it was wrong of me not to do it, he says. I will tell her. Tell me what? Mum demands. What's the big secret? I'm sorry it has to be this way, Rosa, Giovanni says, and Mum's face falls and she starts talking fast, so fast Giovanni can't get a word in edgeways. I'm so sorry we argued, she begins. I was tired and upset and I didn't really mean those things I said. Giovanni, really, I didn't. I know you only want what's best for me. I've cleaned up my act. I've changed, done everything you asked me to. You tell him, Jude, tell him. She has, I say helplessly. Honest. You're going to AA? He asks, chewing his lip. No, not that, Mum admits. Not that, but everything else. I've called Sue and she says I can start back next week. I've stopped smoking and I'm not drinking. Seriously, I haven't touched a single drop since that day. You've stopped drinking, Giovanni says. Truly, Rosa? Truly, Mum says. They look at each other, so hard, so long. that even though it's dark out here, I feel like I shouldn't be watching. The moment is too special, too private. Slowly, I see the cold mask drop away from Giovanni's face. He holds out his hands and Mum takes them, and he pulls her close, close enough to kiss. I wish I was somewhere else, anywhere else, but I'm not. I'm here. I turn my face away. No, Giovanni shouts suddenly, pushing Mum to arm's length. No, Rosa, you are not sober. Why do you lie to me? Right there in the dark, everything falls to bits, and I know I'll never believe in promises again, because they don't mean anything, not anything at all. No, no, Mum protests. I'm not lying. I haven't touched a drop since that day. I swear it. Liar, he snaps. Liar. I can smell it on your breath. And the cigarettes too. Do you think I'm stupid? Giovanni, no. It was just a tiny sip. The littlest bit to give me courage to come and see you. Can't you understand that? Mum argues. Can't you forgive that? Okay, so I'm not perfect, but I am trying, Giovanni. I am. He wipes a hand over his eyes, and in the darkness, it looks like he's crying, but that could be a trick of the light. It's over, he says flatly. I'm sorry, Rosa. Mum pulls her shoulders back, holds her head high. Well, maybe it is over, Giovanni, she agrees. Maybe so, but it's over because I say so, you loser. Because I say so, okay? Then she turns on her heel, grabs at my hand and drags me back through the scullery, the kitchen, the restaurant. Everyone staring, mouths open. When she gets to the door, she looks around at all the diners, the couples, the families, and she says she hopes they've all had a good look and she hopes their spaghetti chokes them. Then she drags me out onto the pavement and slams the door so hard behind us that the glass cracks from corner to corner in little zigzags, like those graphs they make us draw in maths sometimes. A couple of waiters come out after us and say they're going to call the police, but Mum just laughs and shouts something so rude I cover my ears, and she grabs my hand and we run and run until we can't run anymore. So that was the end of chapter 20 of Sunday Girl, and it's a very dramatic place to leave the story. But don't worry, I will be back on Sunday with Sunday Book Club, and I will be back on Monday with chapter 21. And we're well over halfway through the story now, so things are definitely hotting up. So please do tune in on Monday, and of course I'll see you before then for Sunday Book Club. And stay safe and take care. I'll see you soon.